okay. Yeah.
All right, what are we calling this? What are we doing? Instagram said the victory lap.
Well, let's do the victory lap. What was the other options?
In the mix with me. Oh, by the way, this is our co-host. Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so we're going with the victory lap, I guess.
Yeah, the victory lap. Yep.
All right. Well, welcome back to the victory lap, or not welcome back. It's our first video. Yeah. So this is gonna be This is gonna be insane. I can't wait. Welcome to the victory lap. I'll say the number one bootleg podcast in the world. Welcome back. Welcome to the number.
He's having a daughter.
Welcome to the number one bootleg podcast in the world with Connor Kennedy, and that's your cue.
Oh, I thought you were going to introduce me.
No, with Connor Kennedy and
Weston Lawrence.
Okay, yeah. We're supposed to have another co-host here. Yeah. We're also supposed to have actually two co-hosts here. Shout out Tyler Crofton. Yeah. We'll just jump straight into the story. How's New York?
New York's overrated. I like to see it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of scenes, but when it comes down to popularity wise and religion down there is not as big, and it's not like safer at that point. It's not a place where I would have a family or decide to ever live. I actually think New York's worse than LA.
Really? As far as like the clout?
Yeah, there's a lot more. If you go to New York, you're going there for money.
Yeah.
Same thing with LA. You move to LA, you're moving there for money. Because how else are you gonna live to a place where just to have a normal life that you have to make like $230 a year? Just for that.
That's true.
In New York, you gotta make like $500,000 to live there.
New York also, it's a tourism state, so
yes.
Of course inflation is gonna be like that's even with Hawaii too. When I was in Hawaii for a couple of years, I mean that was like a gallon of milk was like $11-12.
Yeah,
and I was on the island of Honolulu.
Like a gallon of milk up at New York, probably like $8.
Yeah, it's still crazy.
It's same with Boston. Actually, I take that back. Boston's a lot better than New York.
The East Coast is just pretty populated.
Yeah.
Like you'll see those memes on Instagram where it's like the Midwest. Yeah. It says nowhere, and then the left side just says palm trees.
Yeah.
Down south says alligators, and then the east side says the entire population.
Yeah.
And so it's those I feel like where a lot of the trends go. But I feel like that's also the next wave of like content creators. That's gonna be where a lot of content creators are wanting to go already, making content. Like I personally don't want to go shoot content out there unless we're out there for holiday or something. Yeah. Also, just America in general, like the Sidemen, dude, their followers, bro, are so like loyal. It's insane.
Very loyal. If you compare like out of country, let's say like the UK or something to American culture, it's so much different.
Yeah, Florida was
last year
was we flew out to Florida. That was insane.
That was really fun.
Just the people you meet out there, like we were saying. I think Florida's an exception. Until you hit Orlando, of course, is a different story because it's not LA, New York, or Miami. But dude, from where we were, the people there were
decent.
They were
some of them
compared to New York though.
Compared to New York, they're nice. We only have like one thing, and it was over like a shirt.
Do you? Okay. So we went to Orlando Studios, and they sell those Bart Simpson like sugar daddy shirts. We got two of them, and we pull up to I think
we went
we bought them at Orlando Studios, and then we went to
like a little girl one that had like
right, and that was a different Disney theme park, or well, that was at a Disney. No, it was at like a Disney World theme park, and we pull up and we're walking through the like security where like they have those just security like the metal things you bump through, and we're scanning our passes and we're scanning our tickets and stuff, and we get there and there's this mom that like is like hard eyeballing us, like staring us down like she wants to fight. So I'm like looking at her, I'm like,
then
are we gonna get kidnapped right now?
And all of a sudden she comes over with that 2-year-old in her stroller.
She's got a 2-year-old in her stroller and a backpack,
front pack or whatever it was with her kids on it.
Yes, those I hate those so much. The people that double back. I get it. You if you want to carry your baby, that's fine. But they have strollers for a reason.
They have 3 kids strollers.
They
Why
have.
not just get one
We
of those?
had with the group we were with.
We had
one of those.
Yeah.
Also,
and I'm pretty sure Disney World handed them out.
Yes, for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't, because if you had kids and you sign up through a program before you book your tickets, you'll get them for free. They'll compensate you. Don't mark me down exactly for that. I'm pretty sure that's what happened though.
Pretty sure.
Because I'm pretty sure our cousin got them for free. Cause
we rented most of ours though from our condo.
Yeah. Anyway, we're walking. This old lady comes up with double backpacks, both sides of her body. A shopping cart. It looked like she didn't. I'm like, where'd you?
It was like a.
I'm like, it was a.
It was like a weird stroller thing that looked like a shopping cart with like Minnie Mouse and Mickey Mouse on it or something.
Yeah, which she clearly paid for.
Then she came up to us and said, "What are you two older men doing with those shirts in a little kids theme park?"
Yeah, first of all, I said thank you for calling us an older man.
Yeah.
I am not 45 years old. First of all, at the time, my facial hair wasn't even that big.
You still don't have facial hair.
So yeah, my point proven. We no in shape or like any form that we look 45, older men, and these shirts said sugar daddy. Yeah. With a donut in it. Like, what 4-year-old is going to be like, sugar daddy? And then they be like, nobody's going to be in a park, see a shirt that says sugar daddy, and then like proceed to want to go like, I'm sorry to say, you're not going to see that shirt and want to go. It's just not.
It's just not a thing.
It's not.
Like, why do people have the time of day?
You're in a theme park.
In a theme park just to have fun, and all you do is care about a shirt.
That's all you do care about. It's so crazy.
That has no cuss words, by the way.
No cuss words. Bart Simpson. By the way, is the Simpsons part of Disney? I think they are, because when like I watched.
No.
Are you sure?
Universal.
Okay, because I don't know. I think like you can watch Simpsons through Disney Plus.
I don't know.
Somebody let me know. Because if it is, then that just makes my point 10 times better.
Yeah. Basically, you can buy that there. And Marvel's there too, huh?
Marvel's there. Marvel.
Let's talk. You know what we should talk about? My cousin getting ran over by a wheelchair. Caden.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so for Weston's family that is watching this, shout out Caden. Second of all, we have family that we have an older family and people that need it. One of our cousins were walking,
and my aunt broke her leg somehow.
There it is. Yeah, so we're walking, and there's one of our family members with a cart, but you know those like automatic carts like people rent out.
It's a wheelchair.
Yeah, that's like a wheelchair,
an electric wheelchair.
Well, that has like a little power to it. Like when I mean powers, when we first landed, the same night that we landed, we went it was the next morning.
Yeah, it was
the next morning we went and picked up these wheelchairs.
Yeah.
And when I mean we were getting in trouble for racing these wheelchairs around
the condo watches this. I did not break it.
Oh
We did
yeah,
not break
100.
it. It was the best
it
for
was
us.
it was a it was a malfunction. Nobody broke it. Anyway, these things
Yeah,
went like 25 miles.
especially those goals, not me trying to hit a ball through the lock.
That was insane. Yeah, so these excel to like accelerate to like 25 miles an hour. These
Oh, there was.
freaking these wheelchairs.
My grandma almost ran into a pole.
Yes, that's how fast they are
There
because you
were,
barely give it any gas and it goes. So our cousin's walking and we're walking to one of the amusement parks and he's he's amazing. He's amazing. But he's walking and I don't think he's paying much attention to surroundings. Like, because when you're, how old is he?
he's
12?
yeah, like 12.
When you're 12, even me, I was a airhead. I wasn't looking around. I wasn't looking around and I wasn't paying attention either.
Yeah, and
I'm looking around. I'm like, I'm not paying attention. And this brother, he is walking behind our grandma. And she battle rams him from the behind. As he turns around, his ACL somehow didn't tear, turns around, faces her. She keeps going. She proceeds to keep going,
and
not knowing how to stop it.
how he
Keeps going.
proceeds to fall is screaming, "Grandma,
He
no!"
proceeded to fall, yelling "Grandma, no!" and she kept going. And then we had to his
Which is his grandma is my aunt, by the way.
his grandma was probably over him. Like
Yeah,
his
like
body was halfway covered by this wheelchair.
when we had to put the wheelchair in reverse to get him out, and he proceeded to yell even longer to the till he had to sit on his grandma's lap the rest of the day, and it was so funny. Then that day we were pushing around my grandma down a hill with a wheelchair, and she yelled. My
I don't
uncles,
think that was funny. You thought that was funny. I
no,
thought she was gonna have a heart
no.
attack.
What was funny when we were doing this? My our uncles started yelling at us, and my grandma yelled at them back, saying, "I want to be young again." And we proceeded to sprint to push her down a hill. We're sprinting, and we didn't really pay attention because as we're sprinting, we look up and my grandma's yelling "Van."
Yeah, this was
Gee, we like it was like one of the scenes from the movie where I had to grab the wheelchair and like it was like putting my heels down trying to stop it. I ruined my brand new Jordans that day for my grandma. I love you, grandma. That
yeah.
the
Shout,
van almost got.
shout out grandmas.
Shout out grandma. They love grandma.
Yeah, Florida was crazy. We were I don't
What about my grandpa the morning he woke up? The morning he didn't wake up. Like
he woke
just
up. It just wasn't, to like
he
probably
woke
4 hours of us shaking him.
yeah,
I
he
thought he was dead. I gave up.
we did not he did not go to Universal because he could not handle like every day we did all the tourist stuff. We went out to all the parks and everything. And
We were also out there. We were filming. I filmed probably like 80,000 ads while we were out
yeah,
there. That was
like
horrible.
third day in, my grandpa could not handle it anymore. He
I
stayed
couldn't
home.
handle it anymore.
Yeah,
I was dying. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
like if I kid you not, my family was so strict. Our family was so strict on schedule. We got home around 11,
Oh yeah.
12
By
every
the
night.
way, this is during the school year. We went down
Yeah,
there during the winter.
and
Um,
we even
yeah, I was gassed. Especially when I got back, I probably had like 55 missing assignments. So
oh
when you
yeah,
check that to do list and it says that, you're like, was it worth it? By the way, we all got sick.
oh yeah.
COVID was not gone. The Ukraine war didn't pop up yet, and this that did not happen yet. So COVID was still a thing, and we all got COVID, and it was probably.
Besides me, I don't believe I did. What was it like?
What did you get?
I didn't get nothing.
He was
I was
the
the
only
only one
person.
that did not get anything, but I had it like in my saliva, is what they said.
So yeah, he was the only person that didn't feel anything. The rest of us were wanting to kill ourselves. I
But
didn't take the same flight as them either. So I got stuck in Texas for probably about 20, 24, 20, 26 hours. out of Florida. So my flight was from Orlando to Texas, and then Texas back home. And brother, brother, I was sick by myself, dying in an airport that everybody was an a-hole. It was 6 o'clock in the morning in the Texas airport, and all you heard was me in the middle. You ever hear your dad wake up in the morning
trying to clear his throat?
Trying to clear his throat? He's like, that was me. That was me for 24 hours. My flight got delayed an entire day, so I get home. Finally get home. My mom's like, "Hey, honey, how are you?" I'm like, "Stop." I'm like, "I work." I was on the verge. That was probably the worst sickness I ever got. And that gave me PTSD about being sick.
Which I don't get how everyone got COVID on separate planes. The guy next to me, I kid you not, had so many bags full of throw up.
Yes.
I thought it was just because of the turbulence. But when I got up, so many people had that on. I wasn't feeling anything. I don't get plane sick or anything. The guy that was sitting next to me, I got up and I didn't even notice. My sister had bags of throw up too, and my mom. The only ones that didn't was me and my grandma. Me and my grandma were the only one that weren't sick. My grandma,
once again,
she had the fear knocked out of her, basically, of COVID.
Oh,
when she almost ran into a van in a wheelchair.
Yes.
Maybe should have listened to my uncles, but she wanted to live a little bit.
In addition to all this, the last not museum park, but the last Disney World park we were at, we actually were trying to get a worker there was actually trying to kick us out. Not even a worker, not even a worker.
What? Just
a photographer.
Oh,
do you remember that?
A photographer cussed us out.
Only because I was. I'll take credit for it. I was there's this long hallway, or not hallway. There's this long street at that park we were at, and people take pictures in it when it gets dark, and they put that fake snow.
It's all because of the castle. I'm pretty sure it burned down.
Oh,
Didn't one of the castles burn down?
I have no idea. Yeah, we almost got kicked out the last day of our Florida trip.
Yeah. What was the first? We went to.
We got kicked out because me and you got kicked out of the Disney trip because you told me to stop your hamster.
When we were in the biggest crowd, by the way, this is the day that this mother with the backpacks of kids on her, we went out, and in the middle of a crowd, I said, "Darn it, Connor, I told you to stop." And
so it's in context, we had to make some memories on that trip. Because the majority of it was, thank God we didn't have to wait in the lines. I might have just gave up. Me and Grandpa would have been at the condo out skis.
Yeah,
because I was not doing that. So we had fast passes. But the majority of it was literally just dude, I felt like sitting in the roller coaster to take off before we actually had to.
Oh, you remember that? By the way, we didn't really get kicked out. We just ran from them, basically. Because how are they going to catch us in that big of a park?
Disney World, sponsor us. Sponsor. We'll put you up here on the board of nothing. Let's talk about the very first podcast I ever went on.
Oh, the one for
shout out Wrath, dude. Between the Yards podcast is amazing. That podcast is what kind of propelled me to.
I was supposed to go.
He was supposed to go.
Yeah.
Tyler Croston was supposed to go too, but
Tyler Croston did go.
He did. We all three were supposed to go.
Yeah, we all supposed.
But if you notice, he's not here today. He just graduated. He'll be. I don't know if he's ever coming back. He told me he was going to be back. He might just leave.
This guy DM'd me and you. He may know if he's watching this, knows who he is. He DM'd me and you.
Yeah, that's
asking
true.
for advice on business. And imagine you told him you don't have enough followers
I
to talk to
should
me.
I have left him on red? I should have been like,
By the way, Logan Paul, you left me on red.
yeah, we did an entire marketing campaign for Prime, using in stock to save money buying Prime.
Yeah.
You can buy it for cheaper than $1.88. I'm pretty sure it's like
I'm pretty sure I deleted the messages.
in stock has it for like 99 cents.
Yeah.
Walmart has it for $1.88. You left us on red.
I almost cried. What about influencers? Who influenced you?
Dude, I don't know. Myself.
Alright, that's a lie.
No. I don't know, dude. Like, it's not. Certain people didn't influence me, but I guess the majority of like who I watch would just be like, dude, I don't know. It's culture in general that like it's like that life. You know what I mean? Like, to be honest with you, podcasting in general, just watching podcasts,
Yeah, me, I
content,
tell you
business.
what, me and Connor grew up on Impulsive like day one when he started doing
When you have that one
podcasts.
chick, yeah, episode 1 years
Yeah.
ago, like 5 years ago, 4 years ago.
We like watch every single one.
Yeah.
We that basically influenced us for a podcast. I remember
I guess that could
we were
influence me.
watching the Mike Tyson.
Oh, dude,
It
Mike
was the
Tyson
moment when he
pounded
like
shrooms.
pounded those shrooms.
Dude, we gotta get somebody like that on here.
Yeah, and we're like,
you know who
what
I
if
want
we do a podcast and somehow got
and it's
someone
taken.
like that on here?
Yeah. So probably 4 or 5 years ago, we were like, "Hey, what happens if we started a podcast?"
Yeah,
And at the time, our business, we were mowing yards.
yeah, we were mowing yards, and
We started a podcast, and it took us, dude. We've been trying to get this set scheduled for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
We were texting the podcast group chat for like 2 weeks, trying to get this set up. Yeah, no, that growing up, that was a big influence. Just business. I feel like money inspires anybody, right? So like, I feel like whether it's him starting side hustles and then like me starting the software, like just whatever it was just like greatness too. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like just wanting to be great. Thank you guys for listening, viewing, and watching the number one unfiltered podcast in the world, the Victory Lap.